In Sporty news today, David Beckham an ambassador for the Paralympics. Thomas Berdych shaves his head. Harinordoquy's dad gets into a fight during a match. Caroline Wozniacki dances the kuduro, and Yao Ming gets into viticulture. Fresh from his victory with the Los Angeles Galaxy, David Beckham has taken on the role of ambassador at the 2012 Paralympics. The Brit tried playing football with a non-sighted British Paralympic team led by captain Dave Clark. A nice gesture and the chance to discover another world.
Right, you take my bike.
Prends mon bras, on va courir un peu. Incroyable. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses?
C'est une sensation étrange.
Je dirais que tu es du genre à faire confiance.
Ne bouge pas, c'est bien. Dirige-toi vers ma voix. C'est bien. Fais-moi une passe si tu peux.
David Beckham and his famous right foot were treated to a little penalty session, of course. Good practice before his probable transfer to Europe, and an argument that pleads in his favor for a place on the English squad at the London Olympic Games, with the able-bodied players his last big dream. To celebrate his successful season, Thomas Berdych has to shave his head. At Wimbledon, Berdych bet with his coach Thomas Krupa that if he qualified for the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals, won at least one title and 50 matches this season, he would get rid of his hair. Mission accomplished for Berdych. Ranked 7th in the world, qualified for the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals, won the Beijing tournament and won 50 matches. A first that resulted in him shaving off his hair. A bet is a bet, and the Czech player is not the kind to back down. A Basque derby opposing Biarritz and Bayonne without a fight isn't a real Basque derby. The delayed top 14 match was no exception to the rule, except that this time a surprise visitor crashed the party in the person of Harinordoquy, the father of Imanol, the Biarritz captain. When Lucien saw his son clashed by Bayonne player Jean-Jo Marmouillet at the 6th minute, he walked onto the pitch to try and attack the culprit. Security took its time arriving, so the Bayonne fly-half Benjamin Boyer took things into his own hands by tackling Harinordoquy Sr. The protective father finally accepted to return to the stands. But the affair doesn't end there. Bayonne president Michel Caquot intends to take action against Lucien Harinordoquy. Now that the season has ended, the world number one, Caroline Wozniacki, is letting loose. During an exhibition match in Slovakia against Dominika Cibulková, the Dane treated the audience to a real show and started moving to the sound of Don Omar's song Dansa Kuduro. The kuduro is apparently a very popular dance among our athlete friends. The problem with Caroline is that she's not the best dancer in the world. One supporter tried to get the players' attention by holding up a sign that read "Caroline, marry me," but she was so caught up in the rhythm of the music that she didn't even notice. When she starts dancing, there's no stopping Caroline. She knows how to move her body, but it's not exactly tasteful. Well, at least she's kept her spirits up despite going through the 2011 season without winning a single Grand Slam title. Yao Ming skipped class but for a worthy cause. The retired basketball player has set up his own winery and his first vintage has just been unveiled, so he can't not be present for the event. Yao Ming's wine is made from Cabernet Sauvignon grapes harvested in California's Napa Valley. The first 5,000 cases will be sold in China, but it'll take a huge fan of the Chinese giant or a big wine amateur to invest $280 for a bottle of his wine. One thing's for certain, the former NBA player is preparing his new life. He's enrolled at Shanghai University to study business and journalism. At the same time as his wine venture, Yao Ming also owns the Shanghai Sharks basketball team, a Chinese restaurant in Houston, and has also invested in a music website.